is how do you know or work out what your actual worth and value is in the first place?
Yeah. It's not easy. I mean, first of all, I would say that charging what you're worth is not an exact science. Nobody can say 2 + 2 = 4 for this. So the first thing I would say is decide what you think is what you would like to charge your clients first. Think about what you would like to charge your clients, and then consider whether your clients are likely to pay for it. And I also think, I mean, I don't know, some people are, I think, are experienced, some people less experienced in what they're doing. And so I think wherever you are, start as you mean to go on. So if you're charging something and Dave has said, or somebody else has said to you, oh, you're not charging enough, I would question them on what they meant about that. But you probably know that you're not charging enough. And then I would say, well, just shift it up a bit and try that, but get yourself comfortable with it first and then shift up again, because you can't go from charging, I mean, I'm going to say something stupid, £20 an hour, not that you'd be doing that, to £300 an hour in one hit, because emotionally you wouldn't be ready to do that. So you've got to look at and decide for yourself. And in fact, probably today, this evening even, I'll be talking a lot about what's going on inside rather than what's going on outside. Because what's going on outside at the moment is a pandemic, coronavirus, fear, uncertainty, blah, 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 blah. There are always people who will pay, and there are always people who won't pay. And that's a fact.
Yeah,
so
that is so true.
That is so true. Some will, some won't. So what's next, or what it is? I mean, it's somebody else's thing, that. But this is true. The people you think also will pay don't necessarily, and the ones you think won't do. So this whole charging what you're worth thing to me is a journey, a continuous journey, because whatever you do, there is a value in it, and we'll talk more about that probably with the other questions. And how confident you are in yourself will actually determine whether you get paid whatever it is you decide you want to be paid or not.
I remember myself when I first started, for the first 13 years, everyone kept saying, Dave, you're not charging enough. And then sort of for the last 7 or 8, they've gone, how much? And how much do you charge? And what I've learned is similar to what you've been saying there, Vanessa, which is you have to believe it yourself in order for you to charge it. And there's nothing wrong with pushing it up. But actually someone challenging your worth and value, I've found a positive experience, because it's made me be able to verbalize that value. Then they're more comfortable paying it.
Yeah.
All the time we can't tell them the value and why that fee is as it is,
Absolutely.
the less likely they will be to pay it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before we move into the next question, I've got a little curveball one for you. So,
thank you.
If someone, I gave you some in advance, not all of them.
We'll just test her and see what she says.
what would you say about someone putting up their fees, someone knocks them back, and they have the sort of the flagging confidence? How many times would you say they should accept the knockback before they either change what they're doing or lower the fee or tweak the fee? Or
interesting, because that's really, really weird, because a colleague of mine who's known me a long time, so he hears me talk about this stuff all the time, and he's always been a bit of a people pleaser, and his prices have been quite low, been gradually pushing them up. I wonder why that is, because he's been around me. And he was saying to me recently, and I created a post out of it, that he'd put up his prices of quite a bit, presented to a couple of people, and they'd said no. So you can imagine how he was feeling, and he was ready to go back to his old prices. And then he must have heard my voice in his head saying, oh, come on, pull yourself together and get on with it. And he did it again. He presented it again, I think, to 2 new people, and they both said yes. And I said, this is such a win. to do that, because the challenge that we all have is that some people will say no, but they don't really say why they're saying no, or you don't actually ask them why they're saying no. So we don't have all the information, and the mind is so good at making up stories. So before you even have a meeting with somebody and the fee thing is going on, you're making up stories. You're making up stories, not just you, all of us, by the way, include myself. You're making up stories about those people, about whether they will or whether they won't, whether they're nice or not, what you should charge, or I'm going to charge this. Oh no, I won't. I'll charge that. And that's the challenge you've got, until you're willing to go all the way, and ask questions and right to the end, even if they have pulled back or said no. You know, you could ask them, well, what were you expecting to pay? What are you looking to achieve, etc., etc. So there's lots of things you can do. Never stop asking the questions. If they say no, so what? So what? This is where you can learn something from that, because you could say, you know, would you mind if I asked, what were you expecting to pay for this?
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos. Then click the TV to watch the next video. Oh, and don't forget to visit our website at davidhyner.com to claim your free audiobook. Until the next time, go Rhino. Avenir.